Welcome back to the Rad Nauseam YouTube channel. Today I'm joined by Capers here with a weekly roundup for your high quality paper content events. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, look, coming off the back of a very, very interesting week, we have
Yeah.
a lot of qualifiers around Australia. So let's jump into it.
Yeah, there's a lot of magic going on, which is very exciting for the format. Let's kick it off in Adelaide for the invitational qualifier for tabletop warfare. Our top 8 was Time Vault, Bug Reanimator Thoracle, Grixis, Boros Welder, Mardu Midrange, Pension Combo, I think that's Paradox Engine, Rakdos Eclipse, and Mardu Midrange, and converting was Boros Welder, very, very cool, and Grixis. Grixis again. I thought that deck got pointed. What's happening?
Yeah, I think the Grixis shell is more or less fine, regardless of what combination of points it's playing. It's just efficient threats, efficient interaction, good card quality, high quality things. We love that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's I think it's gonna be fine. Boros Welder though, that's sick.
Yeah, love that. I wonder how many Deadpools are kicking around in that top 8. Probably a few, but maybe there's a delivery Moogle, the mirror breaker for the Boros Welder player. Who knows? But let's move on down to Shuffled Salisbury for the Invitational Qualifier as well. 24 players. And he's back. Pension. The Pension player. Paradox Engine, a great card. Taking it out with Jund. Another Deadpool deck. Everybody clap. And then the rest of the field in the top 8 was Rakdos Eclipse, Rakdos Aggro, Mardu Midrange, Time Vault, Grixis, and the Boros Welder player. So fantastic work. And more Deadpools.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, Deadpool is cool and sweet, so
Yeah.
glad to see that card making an appearance. But yeah, Jund seems to be falling off a little bit. Haven't been seeing it as much lately here in Melbourne at least, but still, yeah, absolutely sweet deck. The reanimate point kind of made it a little bit more interesting where you're gonna put the points. So
Yeah. Let's jump down to Canberra. We have the Jolt Games weekly. We love these weeklies. They're always an excellent field. In our 3 slots were 8-point Eldrazi, Blue Moon, which is a deck hasn't been kicking around a lot lately, so it's good to see. And Mox and Taxes. Very cool for the 3-0s. And in our 2-1 slots, we had Mono Red Burn, Is It Prowess, the -1 point Gruel Fling, that deck that plays no points, Jund, Hardened Scales, Breach Bond, Rural Lands, and Amulet Titan, which is a deck that's been showing up more and more, which is pretty interesting. Love to hear it.
yeah, the Amulet Titan deck, just all of a sudden there was a few people cooking it up, and now we're just seeing it around. Yeah, there's just like a lot of lands adjacent decks at the moment between like your Golgari lands, your Mavericks, your Amulet Titans, Jund, and then you've got these black and white tax decks that are also playing Strip Miner Wasteland. It's yeah. If you're a fan of having lands, this metagame starting to shape out like it's not for you.
Yeah, Strip Mine and Wasteland has proven to be really strong into combo decks, and the printing of Ice Steel Explorer has been huge for Strip Mine and Wasteland decks. So they've been able to kind of free roll it, and just playing an Ice Steel Explorer and then stripping them once. Yeah, you're representing them having no more permanents if you get to untap. So a very strong card, and yeah, Strip Mine and Wasteland keeping people honest. Let's jump up to Gold Coast, the Manor Market Invitational Qualifier. I love to see, this is a store we haven't seen on the roundup yet, and it had 19 players in Gold Coast. Really exciting. Our top 8 was Reanimator, Jeskai Breach, 8-point Rakdos Goyfs, Rug Midrange, Bug Oath, Gruel Delirium, Flash Hulk, and 8-point 4-color combo Soup.
I wonder if that uses the card Hot Soup.
It might just be Hot Soup. It could be Food Midrange or Food Combo, perhaps.
It could be.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what a combo soup is. Maybe it's just like a seafood soup. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This is yeah.
Whatever it is, it's got 8 points.
Yep, it's 4 colors. Maybe send it to us. We want to see it.
The extra point makes it more delicious. But yeah, Flash Hulk, card combination that we are sort of seeing a little bit of here in Melbourne, but not a huge amount. a little bit of discourse about it in the public points discussion.
Yeah.
Very interesting conversation always. But yeah, cool. At Rakdos Goifs, missing out on the best Goif, Cosmogoif.
That's
So,
true.
I don't know if that's a playable deck, but obviously it's top 8'd here, so congrats.
True. Cosmogoif and Polygoif. Come on.
Yeah.
We're just missing all the good ones. Tarmogoif.
Lurgoif.
Yeah, oh my god. Tarmogoif Nest? I mean, add a green.
What are we doing here?
Add green to your deck, please. Moving on to Maze of Fitzroy. We're in Melbourne, so bingo card.
It's always raining.
Yep, it's always storming. 4-0 was Brennan on Storm. Congrats, Brennan. On the 3-1, we had Atraxa Walks. I believe that's maybe...
That was Michael.
That's Michael. Hell yeah. Go, Michael. 3-1.
Shout out, Michael.
Yeah. Golgari Lands. That's Billy. Me on Abzan Lands.
Ooh.
I was running late. I'm sorry. I would have been 3-1. Come on, let's be honest. And then we also had Omnath Walks in there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Storm. Love this deck. It's just been pointed and still putting up results. Great deck.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. We're talking about Melbourne here. We got a few results. Richard took a break this week, so
Yep. We're going to see that more in the Plenty of Games results, where we had not Storm. That's right, Richard wasn't here, and I think Brennan did the 2-1 ramen, as he does every single week on POG. The 4-0 was, I don't want to say the name of these decks, Deadpool Walks. What are they doing? Whoever that Deadpool Walks pilot is needs to get a grip.
yeah. He's a fucking freak.
He's a freak. Hot Moldy Orzhov, which is taking over. It also was in the 2-2 slot if you're watching closely. And then in the 3-1, we had Bug Thoracle Zerda Artifacts, which I believe had a Black Lotus in there. So still the same amount of Black Lotuses in the store. And then in the 2-win, 1 loss, 1 draw, 8-point Jund. Deadpool Walks. What the hell is that?
I think they're just playing the best card in the format, Deadpool, instead of playing the Atraxa package. And yeah, I think it's just better into a lot of decks, a lot less overhead in having to play natural order, have dead cards like Atraxa in your hand. It's just a little bit more efficient, lets you have a few extra slots in the deck, which doesn't have a lot of slots to play with, so that you can have cards in the main, like Endurance and Opposition Agent, for these combo decks that really don't care about your Atraxa and care more about killing you on turn 3.
Agreed. And for those that haven't caught on, that was Nathan playing Deadpool Walks. It was a freak, but it was Nathan. So congrats on the 4-0, mate. And yeah, very interesting and cool iteration of Walks that... Yeah, it's great to see that deck, just continuing to play all the best unpointed threats in the format, and Deadpool is the current choice. Alright, sticking in Melbourne and at Plenty of Games, for the Invitational Qualifier, we had 35 players, which means we had 4 people qualify, which is quite exciting. A lot of Melbourne players putting up and representing us is going to be exciting. In the top 8, it was Deadpool Walks, 8-point Dimir Moons, Blue Moon, Grixis, Blue-White Control, Hot Moldy Orzhov, Atraxa Walks, and Esper Midrange. And there we go, Nathan, securing your spot in the Invitational Qualifier. Congratulations. How was the tournament?
Look, thank you. I'm excited to go, and I'm grateful for Richard for not turning up and knocking me out in the quarterfinals or something like that again. It was a cool day. Didn't have to play against Storm, so always happy. And yeah, it's sweet. One of my mates on Atraxa Walks also making it to top 8. Didn't quite secure the invite, but next one.
Yeah, too many walks showing up here. This maybe time walk should be looked at by the committee, huh?
Yeah, prefer D point probably.
Anyway, sticking around in Melbourne and moving over to one of the stores that's quickly becoming one of my favorites is Games Portal in Melbourne. Shout out Games Portal. They've been amazing, super supportive, and I mean, just look at this roundup. A bunch of really fair decks here. D&T taking out the 4 wins, 0 loss. Shout out Nick. And then in the 3 wins and 1 loss, we had Rakdos, Green Eldrazi, Thoracle Elves, Boros, and Golgari Lands. I was able to put down a 2-1 and go home early. Result, and then in our 2-1 and 1 draw was Boros Legends, Boros, Azorius Artifacts, and yeah, just shout out all the players at Games Portal. Shout out Rail Planner as well. I'll use your Discord name just for being a great bloke and bringing his kid round to Games Portal. Super cool, and just a great example of the types of people you get to play against at this store. Very wholesome and just a fantastic store. So highly recommend you come down.
Yeah, shout out to Games Portal, who'll be hosting our invitational in a bit over a week for Sydney in November for the event to end all events. So if you're interested in playing some proxy-friendly Highlander as a qualifier for that event, jump into our Discord and let us know. It's a 32-player event, and we're handing out invites every day. Just jump on in.
Moving on over to Perth for Good Games Morley. Our 3-0 was 8-point Dimir Moons. Even with Psychic Frog, it's still great at 2 points. And then in the 2-1 slot, 5 color walks. Grixis, Eclipse. That's a lot of Deadpool in that bracket. 8-point Dimir Moons, a great deck. It's good to see Perth playing it as well.
Yeah. The deck is sweet. I think it's one of the best ways to be taking advantage of the extra point at the moment. Like you said, with cards like Psychic Frog going up a point, being able to still fit those in, be able to attack these decks that are a bit greedy, like this 5-color walks, for example, with things like Back to Basics and Harbinger of the Seas. It's a very strong deck.
Yeah, I love to see that some 5-color birthing ritual as well. That's really exciting, and some prison decks there trying to keep these other fair decks down. It looks like a fun little store in Good Games Morley, and yeah, we appreciate them reporting to us every week and showing us all the cool stuff happening over there. Moving over to Good Games still, but this time in Chatswood, Sydney, we had 3-0 was Rakdos Madness. I wonder if there's a Deadpool in that deck. And then in the 2-1 was Golgari Scales, which is a deck we see quite often in kicking around in those positive brackets at Chatswood. And then Golgari Yawgmoth and Gruul Legends, which is that really cool Bard class deck that we looked at in a previous roundup. So super sweet deck, and good to see it putting up a 2-1.
Yeah, the real Rakdos madness is the fact that Deadpool is still 0 points.
Perfect. And then shout out to 4-color twin combo. That fantastic. 2025 called. There's better combos. Sorry, I'll move on to Sydney.
You're so toxic.
Chromatic Games. 4-0. Nathan, you didn't drive to Sydney, did you?
Look, I may have. I don't remember it, but I may have. Shout out Deadpool Walks.
Oh god, it's happening everywhere now. Deadpool Walks, a great deck. Deadpool, obviously we spoke about it before. Time Walk, Deadpool, all good cards. But Golgari Lands, check.
We haven't talked enough about Golgari Lands.
We haven't.
Right.
Where's Billy? Let's get into that deck check. And then moving through Grixis, Dimir Moons, Grixis, Mono White Lurrus, which is really cool. Jund and Orzhov Legends. That's a color combination with Legends that I don't think we really get to look at, but you get your Samwise, you get your Thalias, you get your Caracases, your Thalias. Yeah, sounds like a cool deck. I think about it. So, congrats on the 2-1 one draw, and shout out Deadpool Walks and Golgari Lands for putting it down at Chromatic Games.
Yeah, we've seen another Amulet Titan there, and bit of Flash, Time Vault, Prison Shops. Love a bit of Prison Shops. Trading cigarettes for favors, you know.
That's not why it's called that. Hold on. Wollongong. 8-point Grixis. They couldn't get greedy, huh? God forbid they play 7. 4-0, very good. And then in the 3-1 we had Azorius tokens, Grixis, and Atraxa Walks.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to be seeing this many Walks decks popping up around the place. I'm excited. The deck's cracked. Like, it is genuinely a very good deck. It's been... I'm not sure why, but I haven't seen it around as much recently. I know in Melbourne it's like pretty hard to play against Storm, where we see it a lot, but the deck is still very good, and I think it's a deck to look out for on the meta game for Sydney later in the year.
Yeah, agreed. Make sure you pack your trouble in pairs, am I right? Still in Good Games.
Rad's pendant, or whatever it's called.
I can't name
Pack
any
your
more.
pendants.
Pack your pendants, yeah. That's going to be good. Definitely board those in. Sticking around at Good Games Wollongong for the Invitational Qualifier, we had 10 players as well. Wow, Jund, Bant, Wheels, and then 2 Grixis players. And our top 4 was Jund and Grixis, and Bant Wheels was able to take it all the way to the end. I love it. Bant Wheels, what do you think?
Look, anything that's got Bant in it is always an exciting thing to think about because it isn't just Grixis adjacent. Does still have blue in it, so I know there's a few sticklers out there that won't enjoy it. But yeah, shout out Bant Wheels, congratulations on your qualification, and yeah, keep up the good work.
Love to see it. Now we're moving over to Voltie Fight Night 54. Our 4-0 was, well, he came to this one. Shout out Richard. Storm. And then in the 3-1 we had Dimir Moons and Gruul Lands.
Yeah, Storm obviously continuing to reign terror on Voltie Fight Nights. However, unable to beat Voltie herself. Shout out Richard. You got crushed.
Well, Rich is gonna come back to Pog this week.
Rich is gonna come and murk me at Good Games.
Yeah, we're gonna need like
sorry, at Pog.
that Rocky Balboa scene or something. He's just gonna come back. He's like,
no, just come and king hit me.
No.
Nah, shout out Richard, great player.
Yes,
Always pleasure.
Very good player, very nice guy. Now, as you would know, for more info on all of the events that happen weekly and fortnightly, we do have a Where Can I Play Highlander video on the channel. We also have a bunch of other 7-Point Highlander and CDH videos on this channel, so you should definitely jump in, have a look, and give this video a like and subscribe as well. It does actually help us a lot, and it does support us more than you think. So definitely just chuck a like, chuck a subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. And we also really appreciate everybody here. So Dean, Raj, Jordan, Billy, Varun, Michael, Varun again, love your work. Thank you for doing it twice. Michael, Henry, Lockie, and Ariel. Shout out Ariel as well. Just keep holding it down for Wollongong. Appreciate all of you. And without you, we couldn't do any of this. So we really do. We really appreciate all of the messaging and all of the work you do. So big love.
Yeah, we have a channel on the Discord also to make events reporting easier. If you're interested in making sure that your event gets heard or seen on these weekly roundups, make sure you jump into our Discord and we'll put you in that channel so that you can contribute there, and just an easy place to have everything all together. But yeah, shout out to everyone that helps contribute, and thank you if you hit the like and subscribe, because yeah, we've just passed 200 subscribers and we're going to keep growing this channel, keep producing high quality paper content for you.
Always high quality over here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.